I think for me, the greatest leader and perhaps the greatest leadership moment was Mahatma Gandhi and the 1930 Salt March. So India is under British rule. Salt is plentiful in India. And the British have imposed this exorbitant tax on salt. And Gandhi writes to the Viceroy. He says, I consider the salt tax to be the most iniquitous, the most abhorrent, the most repugnant of all the laws you have imposed upon the Indian people. And since India's freedom movement should first start for the poor, I'm going to conduct this salt march. He's going to walk 240 miles in 24 days. He's 63. He's frail. The British miscalculate. Oh, he's frail, 63. He won't be able to do it. It'll boomerang, backfire. They give him permission. Gandhi assembles 77 followers. The youngest is 16. Gandhi at 63 is the oldest. He has Christians, Hindus, Muslims, the untouchables, the horrible caste system in India, and they start to march. And as they march from one village to another, throngs of people join them. 24 days later, he arrives at a coastal village, puts his hand in the ocean, lifts it, there's salt, and he declares, henceforth, we shall not pay tax to the British on salt. That image captivated the imagination of millions of Indians. In the next 6 months, there were 5,000 salt marches in India. 100,000 people were arrested, jailed, beaten, and some died. It launched India's freedom movement. British parliamentarians, US leaders, European people, women, cotton factory workers in England said, amazing, Mahatma, what an amazing individual. He was given the term Mahatma by Rabindranath Tagore. Tagore was a Nobel laureate in literature. He wrote a series of poems called Gitanjali in his native language in 1912. 1913, a year later, he translated it into English, got the Nobel Prize in literature. Brilliant spiritual poetry. He said, after Gandhi's work for 20 years in South Africa before he came to India as a trained barrister, he said, he is a Mahatma. Maha means great, Atma means soul. For the common people in India, he was known as Bapu. Bapu means father, father of the nation. I was born a year after he was assassinated. But I read so many stories. I watched the movie Gandhi by Ben Kingsley, masterful. Ben Kingsley was asked, what's the greatest role you have ever played? He said, oh, unquestionably, Gandhi. Mm-hmm. For a year, he studied everything about Gandhi before he acted in the first scene. Oh. He did the spinning wheel.
Yeah.
He said, I fasted on Tuesdays. He said, my record before breaking a thread in the spinning wheel was 7 minutes. Gandhi's was 9 hours.
Wow.
Talk about being in the flow. And Gandhi once said, with a picture of him on the spinning wheel, with every thread I draw, I'm spinning the destiny of India.